In the third flute lesson, we learned what the different notes look like on the staff. The staff is the 5 lines and 4 spaces that we put our music notes on. Every note is on a different line or space on that staff, and we're going to focus on that today. In the Essential Elements book, the odd numbers, 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, introduce these 5 notes and show just where the notes are on the musical staff. For the assignment for this lesson, the kids are supposed to use flashcard set 2. Now, flashcard set 2 drills the fingerings like the first set did, but it also drills the note names on different places of the staff. It's real important that the kids learn this by the end of the summer and become fluent on it. So one of the main things that should be worked on over the summer is learning the material on flashcard set 2. Another thing that we do in this lesson is we start learning about tonguing. Now, tonguing is how we separate notes on a flute. And it's done with the tip of our tongue, and it's like we're saying the word two. And you might try saying the word two a few times on your own. Notice whenever you say two that the tip of your tongue touches the roof of your mouth. And what it does is it stops the air for just a second, for a split second. You want to keep the pressure built up the entire time. And the tongue just acts to stop that pressure for a moment. What you don't want to do is do what's called puffing, which is using a whole bunch of individual puffs of air. And you'll notice I'm stopping my breath as I do that. We don't want to stop the breath. We want to keep the breath going constantly. You can think of it like a hose. And if I have a hose without a nozzle on the end of it, just an empty open hose, and there's a stream of water coming out of it, that stream of water stays flowing constantly. That's like our air. And imagine our hand like our tongue. And you can take your hand and you can do this with it. The water's not going to stop, but it's going to be broken up into little chunks that are this big. Okay? And we do the same thing with our air. So a good thing to practice for this lesson would be flashcard set 2 and playing 4 of each one of the pitches on the flute. Take a moment to pause between them. And try doing that on every single one of the notes.